So, what is up, YouTube? This is Bumblebee and Rod I Trust. I know this has been a long fucking time since I've uploaded a battle, mostly because I've just been busy around Christmas time and shit like that, but yeah, sorry. This is the last gym battle right here. I do have an Elite Four battle saved, which will be up probably in a couple days. Maybe even tomorrow night if Skyrim hasn't gotten a hold of me, because that's what I've been focusing mostly on. Because, yeah, I'm a Skyrim noob. So as you can see, he has Ninetales for a normal team, the normal gym. Ninetales, Ditto, Porygon 2, Slacking, Exeggutor, Chansey. Very odd team for a normal gym. The only two things that I really see that could be, actually three things that could really be a problem are Ditto, Porygon 2, and Chansey, because Porygon 2 and Chansey are just complete tanks, and Ditto can just, like, with his Dream World ability, Imposter, he can just transform into anything with a Scarf and fuck your shit up. But yeah, the battle is underway now, so yeah. I'm going to lead off with my Azelf, typical lead. For the Elite Four, I am using a different team, as you guys will see in the next video, maybe. Probably tomorrow, once again. Sorry for not uploading so much. So, he's going to lead off with the fucking Ninetales, and I'm like, alright, Sun Team, Ninetales would be the lead, I guess. I go for Flamethrower expecting him to expect me to go for Psychic and switch out, but he doesn't switch out, so I just get stuck with a Flamethrower, and Flamethrower in the Sun with Modest doesn't do a lot, but at least it does a decent chunk. And I don't know if he went for Fire Blast or Flamethrower there because I wasn't paying attention, but it is going to kill off the Azelf, and that kind of pissed me off because now right from the start my Azelf is dead. So I go into Heracross hoping that, you know, stupid and won't expect me to go for the Earthquake. And he didn't expect me to go for the Earthquake, either that or he wasn't expecting me to be Scarfed, but yeah, I get a crit that didn't matter at all, and that Ninetales is going down. And if anybody wants to say that that fucking crit did matter, you're retarded, because Ninetales are frail or F. Ninetales is frail as fuck. So now he goes into Exeggutor, and I'm like, alright, I can switch out, go into Heatran, scout what this thing's gonna do. Just see what its moveset's gonna be, because it's in the Sun, so I'm expecting some kind of special Chlorophyll Sweeper. I see the Psychic, I know Heatran can easily tank it, and I'm like, alright, now my strategy is to hope that he goes for maybe some kind of fucking stat boosting move and go into Heracross and be able to get the Mega Horn, hoping that he won't predict that. So, but he switches out, and this fucks my plans all up, and he goes into Ditto, and I'm like, well, fuck you, Ditto, I fucking hate you. And he transforms into the Heatran, not really worried about that. I go back into the fucking Heracross, and I'm like, alright, if this thing is Scarfed, this thing's probably going to fuck me over, but I'll just go for the Earthquake and see what it's going to do. I think that's what I did. Either that or I went for Mega Horn. One of the two. I don't fucking know what I did. Oh god. So yeah, I go for the Mega Horn, I guess, predicting the Exeggutor. This battle was over like 2 weeks ago, so, and I recorded it 2 weeks ago, and I just haven't had a chance to, you know, narrate and shit. But yeah, he goes into the Mega Horn, and that Exeggutor is gonna get raped in the anus by a Mega Horn. Heracross has now taken out 2 Pokemon, so Heracross is doing pretty good. So now he goes into Slacking, and I'm like, alright, this thing can be very annoying, so I'm just going to see what it can do. I'm pretty much prepared to send Heracross as a death fodder now. And he goes for the Vengeance, and that scares me. Because Vengeance is a move that when one of your Pokemon dies, if you send the Pokemon out with Vengeance, Vengeance would do more damage if a Pokemon died the turn before that Pokemon came in and used Vengeance. So, yeah. So he goes into Chansey, and I use this chance, because I know he's going to want to switch out because he's got Tron. So I just go for the Nasty Plot just to see what the thing's what he was going to switch into. And I go for Air Slash. I don't think I get the flinch. I think I don't, and he gets Toxic. But yeah, that Air Slash, I'm like, alright, Air Slash didn't do as much as I want it to. I'll go for Aura Spear, and hopefully Aura Spear will do a little bit more. And as you can see, he gets a Toxic off, and it's Toxic. What do you expect? Toxic Life Orb, Togekiss. Yeah, he never liked seeing it. But I go for Aura Spear, and this is where we had a little tribulation. I probably would have lost this match if not for this right here. As you can see, I get a critical hit with the Aura Spear. I don't know what move he was going for there, but when I did the damage calc, Aura Spear on a fucking Chansey will do, I think it was like 56% or something like that, and it was already like 30% taken out from that Air Slash. But here he goes for he switches into the Ditto, and I'm like, alright, so I'll just go for Flamethrower, because I'm basically going to die, and I don't want anything coming in. But then he shows that his Ditto is not Choice Scarfed, and I'm like, what? What? Ditto not what? The whole purpose of Ditto is for it to be Choice Scarfed. If it's not Scarfed, it's not Ditto. It's gotta be Scarfed to be able to do anything. And so now it goes into Slaking, and I'm like, alright, well that was kind of weird. But anyways, we'll take this little time to get back to the Chansey thing. The reason I would have lost if not for that crit is, I didn't ask, but chances are, after that first Air Slash and getting the Toxic up, he was probably going to go for a Soft Boiled or a Wish. And that thing would just be able to, with Heracross gone, that thing could easily wall everything else on my team, no doubt. But yeah, I go into Heatran because he's doing that Vengeance thing, and I really don't like that. And he switches into Porygon 2, and he has Flash Fire, and I'm like, well, fuck me. I forgot that he was carrying the Porygon 2, so I'm like, alright, well, this is kind of gay now, because he just got Flash Fire. He's now immune to all my attacks, except for the Toxic, which is right there. And that was just really, really fucking gay, and I'm like, god damn it, man. But yeah, he's gonna go for the Thunder Wave. I guess just Thunder Wave the Heatran, just so it can't really do much. I don't know if I switch out here, if I take the time to put my rocks up. I'm hoping that I take the time to put my rocks up. Excuse me. But yeah, I'm hoping I take the time to put the rocks up, because once again, should have watched this battle before doing the narration, but I didn't. So I guess that's kind of my fault for not knowing what's going on. I go for Protect, he goes for Thunderbolt. Just wanted to see what he was going to go for, I guess. Once again, I don't know what the fuck I was thinking during this battle. It was so long ago, I should have watched it first. Had memories come back to me, you know. But anyways, he's going to withdraw the Porygon 2, and this match near the end is going to get pretty stally, if I remember correctly. He goes into Slacking, and I'm like, alright, it's fucking Slacking. It's probably got an Earthquake, so I'm just going to switch out, and I'll go into Gastrodon. If it does have Earthquake, Gastrodon will tank it. If it doesn't use Earthquake, Gastrodon will tank it. And he goes for the Vengeance, and without a Pokemon dying before Slacking coming in, Vengeance is not that big of a threat as of right now. So I go for Toxic, and the fucking Toxic is going to miss, and I'm like, well, this is pretty damn gay. Yeah, that's all that can be said about it, is it's pretty gay, because, I mean, Toxic doesn't have 100 accuracy, but still, come on. But it goes into Porygon 2, and I think I went for the Toxic again here. He's got the Trace, he gets the Storm Drain, doesn't really matter to me because my Gastrodon's not packing any water moves, it's got fucking Ice Beam and Earth Power, so that really doesn't affect me at all, but I guess I go for Recover and not Toxic, whatever, I don't fucking ask me, I don't know. I think this is where the match starts to get pretty stally though, because he goes for Ice Beam, and Ice Beam is absolutely going to do nothing to me, and I guess he was just hoping for me to go for some type of Water-type move, but once again, I have Ice Beam, Earth Power, Toxic, Recover. This Porygon 2 getting my Storm Drain really wasn't hurting me any. So I'm like, alrighty, let's just see about what we can do here. And he goes for the Ice Beam, and I'm just like, okay, I can just sit here and tank your Ice Beams all day, buddy. It's not hurting me any. Go for the Earth Power. Toxic is taking its toll, Earth Power is doing some damage every turn, and it's really just looking good for me right now that the Chansey's out of the way. If I get this thing out of the way, I will have a clear win. It's just obvious. If I get the Porygon 2 and the Chansey out and the Ditto out, it would chances were I was going to win. The Ditto could have literally fucked me up when it came in on my Togekiss, because I wasn't thinking, but he didn't have the Choice Scarf, and that costed him very much, because he probably could have swept if he would have had the Choice Scarf. But he didn't, so yeah, bygones be bygones, all that type of shit. So now the Porygon 2 is dying of the poison, and yeah, that thing's out of the way, and I'm like, alright, now the three big things are out of the way that I needed dead to ensure my win. And pretty much now, right here, this is just going to be a little stall fest of me versus Slacking, which I believe is his last Pokemon. And just go for the recover, same old shit. Go for the toxic while he does his little taunting thing where he's loofing off and shit like that. But yeah, so it's kind of really weird to think that I had a nice little record going for uploading once a day going for like up until like 2 weeks ago. Because if you guys are like longtime subs, you know that I barely ever upload. And when I do upload and say I'm going to upload more, I don't. And that is usually just how I do me. But I just got an urge to start battling and uploading again, so that's what I did. And this is almost coming to an end. Like, not just the battle's coming to an end, but so is this whole little league challenge thing. I mean, this is the last gym. I already have one of the 3 Elite Four beaten. The other 3 are just a matter of them getting online and me being able to face them. And yeah, and the real question for me is what to do after this. Am I gonna just stop uploading like I usually do? Just you don't see me for a couple of months and I come on and shit like that, or am I gonna actually go through and do like regular battles and upload them? It's just a real question of what I'm gonna do next, and quite frankly, I really don't know because I've been busy. And when I say busy, I don't mean Skyrim busy. I mean like in real life shit busy. And I do have Skyrim and all those other nice little games. But yeah, well, talk about this maybe later on. That was a good game to you, Faye, I believe. I don't know if he has a channel. If he has a channel, I'll link it in the description. But yeah, Elite Four battle, maybe in a couple days, maybe tomorrow. You guys tell me what you want to see me do after all this is said and done. This is Bumble. Peace.